Hey, yo, what's good? So Mayweather said after the Berto fight that was his last fight. And though I don't believe that will be his last fight, I'll play along for a while. I'll play along and let's say that is his last fight. He will never fight again. His career is over. His legacy in the world of boxing as a participant in the ring is over. As a fighter, he's done. So his legacy is set. So in this video, I will give my thoughts on Floyd Mayweather's career and how I will remember him, and also how many other people will remember him as well. So I've stated in other videos that I used to be a huge Floyd Mayweather fan, and I still am. And the things he does in the ring it's just a masterpiece. This man cannot be touched. The way I love everything about what he does in the ring. The way he jabs to the body, the way he times his opponent's punches, the way he makes his opponent miss, the way that he conserves his punches, that when he punches, it's going to be worth something. He doesn't waste punches. His foot movement, his fundamentals are just amazing. He is so good in the ring. I mean, he's been doing that his whole life since he was a baby. And you really can't touch Floyd Mayweather as a fighter in the ring. There's not much that you could say, barring that he is boring. He might be remembered for being boring. For being boring in the ring, for not giving the best fights. For his fans, for annoying fans that disrespect boxing history. And that's also how I remember Mayweather as well. As a man that had extreme... I will contradict myself with this statement in a little bit though. Have an extreme confidence in himself that he would never lose in the ring. And that is why he has called himself the best ever, TBE. And I think a lot of us should have this attitude towards ourselves. We should believe in ourselves like this. We should believe we are the best in the world at what we do. Now, I will remember Mayweather for his skills, for his fights against Marquez, Cotto, De La Hoya, Maidana, Corrales, Genaro Hernandez. All his great fights, I will remember him. And I'll probably go back and watch his fights. The positiveness, all of that, I will remember him for that. I will remember him for all the money he's made. He's a self-made man. He came from nothing. You know, we're talking about a man that grew up with his father in prison a lot of the time for trafficking cocaine. He wasn't supposed to be where he is right now. He wasn't supposed to be worth so many millions of dollars. He is a success story. He is the American dream. Mayweather is. A young black man doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants. And we're talking about whatever he wants. Who he's going to fight. He's making the rules for his opponents. And that's badass. And I will have a few contradictions in this video, but that's badass. A man that does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, man. I will remember Mayweather for being a badass in the ring and out, for all the money he's made and the unlikelihood of him being a success story and coming on top regardless. But there are also so many negatives that I will remember Mayweather for. His complaining in the ring, to picking the refs, picking his opponents so selectively. Now, I did say it was badass like a second ago, but as a fighter, as a legendary fighter, legendary fighters didn't pick their opponents this way. They couldn't avoid so many fighters, and he will be remembered to me as a what if. Like, how great could Mayweather have been if he fought Costazu, if he fought Vernon Forrest, if he fought Margarito, Paul Williams? Jeff Cotto was just talking about this in his latest video. If he fought Casamayor, Acelino Frietas, and I'm not saying he's ducking, guys. I'm not saying he ducked them. I'm just saying he didn't fight him. It doesn't matter why he didn't fight him. He didn't fight him. And that will only work against him, to me. Ultimate what if? He will be remembered to me as a man that knew how to work the system. A man that took advantage of boxing's corruptness, of its lack of governing bodies, and the lack of integrity in these alphabet organizations, for letting him keep the titles, for letting him pass over mandatory, all because Mayweather gets a big payday. And you really can't blame them. They want to get that money as much as everybody else does. I mean, as a fan, you could blame them. But, as a human being, as someone that's just trying to survive in this world, you can't blame Mayweather. You can't blame these body organizations. You have to blame the fact that boxing is such a corrupt sport, and Mayweather thrives in this circumstance. I probably won't remember him for the IV scandal because it came out pretty much right before his last fight. But I hope that is a future investigation on how to stop that from happening in the future. But I won't remember Floyd Mayweather as a cheater. Not at all. Unless something comes out that he actually did cheat in some of his fights, then I will remember him for that. But not exactly, because I don't remember James Toney as being a drug cheat, or Shane Mosley, and those guys are documented. James Toney is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I love James Toney, but he was a cheater. He was a cheater at a time. But I don't hold that against him. So I probably wouldn't hold that against Mayweather. What I do hold against Mayweather is that his fascination with money, and how that kept him from being great. Mayweather, this might offend somebody, but Mayweather is a whore. A whore is someone that does anything for money. Mayweather is an attention whore, and he's a money-hungry whore. Went to WWE. He always flashes his money. He pretty much sold out his life, sold out his personal life, started the 24/7, the all-access trend. He's thrived in this social media, guys. He's thrived. He sold himself. He sells himself every single day. Him in his bed, he's selling himself right there. He's selling that image. And that's the reason he's a multi-hundred millionaire. The last time I checked, he's worth $800 million in an article I'll put in the description. $800 million. But, I mean, it's come with a price. He complains about how the media is always against him and all this stuff. But the media made you, Floyd. The media is the reason why you're so rich, dude. The media was the one putting you on an altar. They were the ones talking about how great you were, putting you on. You were on pound for pound list. They were the ones that were saying he deserves a shot with De La Hoya. He should be the one getting the attention because he is that damn good. They were the one that put you there, Floyd. Another thing, I'll remember Floyd Mayweather for being very insecure. Like I said right now, he always blames the media and he's always trying to get respect from the media, from someone. He's always trying to make someone respect him. Someone tell him why he's the best ever. Praise me. Don't ask me hard questions because, sorry, because you're just hating on me. You're haters. That's a very insecure man who hangs around with yes men all day. You know, people that just hang around him for money. That's how I remember him. All those positives go with the negatives. Now a little bit on how other people will remember him. People from the media, casual fans, just general people that I have found on social media and in my personal life. People will remember Floyd Mayweather as a very excellent fighter. Among the boxing fans, he will be remembered as one of the greatest fighters to ever lace up the pair of boxing gloves. He will probably be remembered as the greatest defensive fighter ever. And he got the copy box stats to show you that. But he will be remembered as a boring fighter to many casuals and to many hardcore boxing fans who paid $100 to watch him fight against Pacquiao, and he gave a dud. People will resent him for that forever. People will resent him for giving duds against giving boring fights against Canelo, for being in the for like I said, picking his opponents, not fighting everybody, complaining in the ring, not getting their money's worth. Some people I know will remember him for not fighting black fighters all the time, or all the black fighters that he could have, for choosing come forward, brawl first Mexicans or Argentinians, right? A lot of people will remember him as a woman beater. Now, I haven't stated that because I won't remember him as that. His personal life is his personal life. I don't know what happened that day. And really, like, does anyone really care? This stuff happens every day. If someone really cared about domestic violence, they would be doing something about it, not just talking shit about Mayweather for doing that. But anyway, there's a lot of these media outlets, they want to get on their holier than thou attitude, get on their high horse and just talk about Mayweather. There's an article about the on the Huffington Post. It's called "Goodbye and Good Riddance to Floyd Mayweather," and it's basically saying that Floyd Mayweather should be remembered as a great fighter, but first he should be remembered as a woman beater. So a lot of women that I've talked to will remember Mayweather as a woman beater, as someone that has abused his significant other at times, that someone has gone to jail for domestic violence. So they will remember him as a scum of the earth, because they don't like that. They don't like Mayweather. They will remember him for his reputation as a bad boy, right? They'll remember that, and they'll look to his instances with domestic violence as an example that for them that he's a piece of shit for what he's done. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree that he should be judged for those instances. I mean, he did his time in jail. He hasn't. It hasn't been reported again that any other cases for domestic violence. Thank God, right? So, though I don't think that's right, judging a person solely based on their criminal record. When people make mistakes, but that's how a lot of people will remember Floyd Mayweather. They will not remember him for the positive things, for everything that he'd like. But I hope I will remember Mayweather as someone that retired on top, like he said, with his mind right. He hasn't taken too many punches. He has a lot of money. So just go off into the sunset. A lot of people say good riddance, but I say, Mayweather, take care of your money, man. I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times. Take care of your money. Please. There's a lot of people wanting to see your downfall. A lot of people. Some people probably even within your cipher, man, within your homies that want to see you crumble, that want to see you fall from the mountaintop. Oh, a lot of these self-righteous people that point their fingers at you, Scarface status. You need people like me. So you can point the finger and say, that's the bad guy. That's why they needed you. And at the end of this article, I'll put in the description as well. It says, I'll read it off. It gives a quote by Mayweather, and it says, "What I will miss most about the sport is the haters." Mayweather said in the lead up to his final match against Andre Berto on Saturday, "I will miss all the jealous haters." And in the end, the author puts, "Good to know, Floyd. The haters won't miss you." Of course they won't miss Mayweather, because they'll just find another target. There will always be a target for these type of people. And I'm not saying the whole media, because not the whole media attacked him. Yes, they reported on his domestic violence when it happened. Now it's really not relevant. But these people like that want to see his downfall and want to see it so bad. So Mayweather, stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. And take care of your money, G. Your legacy's intact. You may not be the best ever, but you're a hell of a fighter. You had a hell of a career. And you made a lot of money. And that's how I remember you. Thanks everybody for watching. How will you remember Floyd Mayweather? And do you think he will stay retired? If not, this video is kind of pointless. But anyway, thanks for supporting my channel. Shout outs to everybody in the YTBC. And please subscribe. Peace.